What's good, everybody? It's D Brown Shinhai, and as of NBA 2K14, every year we get a new story to go along with the new 2K, and with those new stories come characters, and all of those characters are not necessarily favorable if you ask me, and I know y'all agree with me because the only thing I gotta say is one name: Be Fresh. And NBA 2K19 is no exception to this because they have a bevy of annoying characters that today we're going to be discussing who I think of all of these characters are the most annoying, the top 5 most annoying characters in NBA 2K19. And before we get into the list, there is one character that I want to give a shout out to because I know a lot of people might be expecting him to be on this list, and that's Howie. I want to give a shout out to Howie. He will not be on this list for the simple fact that in the NBA 2K story, he managed to make me laugh not once, but 2 times, bro. This Howie, man, that feat alone, keeps him off of this list. Shout out Howie.
And what separates you? Why should I pick you over Marcus?
Whoa.
What are we doing right
This
now?
is your big toonie, right?
I am.
Why is my hand going through you like it does with other ghosts?
Nope. We're not doing, nope.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the list off at number 5 with the duo of Smoke and Mirrors, Jackson Ellis and ATM. Now, everybody knows Jackson Ellis 2K14, then he came back and he left and he came back again. ATM, nobody really knew what happened to him after the prelude. You can see him at the scores table in NBA 2K18. He could also be a coach in NBA 2K18. But in this story, Jackson Ellis has made a comeback with his bionic knees, and ATM has somehow managed to get his way into the G League. So these two are back with their typical antics of spitting corny ass one-liners, but now they've teamed up, they've made a tandem and brought their corny ass one-liners together to make them even more corny, even less funny, and even more annoying.
Bieber!
I won't lie, I did enjoy this scene, seeing Jackson Ellis and ATM come back, and it was so corny, and just by themselves, they're corny and cringy and annoying. But when you bring them together, Smoke and Mirrors, you know what I'm saying? They get a top 5 spot on this list, most definitely. And at number 4, we going with generic Zach Galifianakis because I don't know his real name. Now this dude right here is one of those dudes. Have you ever met somebody and when you met them, like you just had a feeling about them, like, you know what I'm saying? Not to sound like a girl on Instagram, but their vibe was off. You didn't like the energy they was giving. Like, it just felt like, my nigga, you up to something. This dude was one of those people who gave me that feeling as I was watching this story. I don't know if it was because he was at the right place at the right time, but it all seemed a little bit too convenient for me that he knew who Paul Tatum was, and that he knew AI. Come on, bro, you up to something, man. And on top of that, within seconds of meeting them, he was giving them his life story and pitching himself to AI to be a social media manager as if he didn't just meet him 17 seconds ago. The fact that he snaked us out to Marcus Young and how he made the edited audio and everything and tried to ruin his career, that's all messed up, you know what I'm saying? That's dirty, that's very foul, but that's not even the reason he's on this list. Throughout the story, this dude edits a video, he edits some audio, and he makes a hoop mixtape, and he's just praising himself. He's hailing himself as this social media icon, this future social media guru. Nigga, my nephew is 7 months away from being able to do all of that shit, and he a baby. And at number 3 is none other than Marcus Young. What can I say about Marcus Young that hasn't already been said about any player hating ass nigga ever? From the time you get to the Mad Ants, this man is standing in the way of the locker, starting problems. Every issue that DJ has at the Mad Ants organization is literally caused by this man. After their initial kerfluffle, AI spends his entire time trying to convince Marcus Young that it doesn't have to be this me against you mentality, like we can both make it off of this team and into the league, but Marcus Young has that crabs in the bucket mentality, and all he wants to do is just tear you down because he a player hater, bro. He's a hating ass nigga. That's what they do. They hate. And I don't know about y'all, but one of the things that I find very annoying in life is hating ass niggas. And then once you get to the league, he has the audacity to text you after every game. Don't text my phone, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Did you not just... Bro, he's the same guy that got us kicked off the team, and now you texting my phone? 2K, where is the curse this nigga out button at? Please, put one in the game. And at the number 2 spot on the list, she does not get a pass. This is the one I'm honestly most excited to talk about. She should be number 1, but y'all will see why she's not. The Girlfriend. Have you guys ever heard of the phrase, more trouble than you're worth? This is the lady that phrase was made after. This woman right here, this little NBA 2K character model, is the person that phrase was coined after. They made that saying for her because she is what we call, say it with me gang, a rat. She's a rat. And the most sad thing about it, she's not even bad for a video game character, bruh. Now I could see if they made her like one of those really attractive video game characters so that when we were watching AI go crazy over this woman, talk about how he love her and everything, we would be over here like, yeah, man, I get it. She kind of bad. But nope, that's not the case. She's not even bad, bro. Not even video game character bad. What y'all could have done was just take the NBA 2K15 or 16 Doris Burke model. I know y'all remember that Doris Burke model because she had that wagon. And put her as the character model, and I would have been all in for a love story. Y'all could have made that the main plot of the game. Shout out my baby Doris Burke. But instead, we get this. Look at her, bro. She built like rookie Giannis. Look at her body. And her entire character is just so pretentious. The scene where she's standing on the court yelling, "What is your name? What is your name?" I still don't understand the point. Like at the end of the story, shouldn't there have been some kind of lesson or, especially considering that's one of the main things in the story. For some reason, they keep doing flashbacks to that moment like AI is going to have some revelation. If he had the revelation, they didn't let my ass in on it. And then after she published a story that gets you kicked off your team, she has the nerve to kick you out the whip and make you find your own way back. AI is a better man than I, because if that was me, then I would have called up some of my homegirls and they would have had to do her. But that's not what AI did. And that's going to take us into number 1. Number 1 is our very own AI. Artificial intelligence is what I like to call this nigga because he's not smart. He is not smart. The first thing that I want to acknowledge is that when they were at the fair and the man was like, "Don't you want to win something for the girl you're trying to impress?" And AI looks at her. I know we already talked about this, but we going back to it. Why did AI do a double take? Like he turned and looked at her like, damn, like he looked at her like she was like Summer Rae or just some kind of baddie, bro. No, AI, glasses, son. We gotta get you some glasses. And also after 2 dates, AI was admitting his love for her to the newly found social media manager of his that he met was what, like 3 days ago, like 2 days ago? You admitting your love for this girl you just met to somebody else that you just met. Artificial intelligence, AI, that's what it stands for. I'm telling you, this nigga dumb. And the way that generic Zach Galifianakis got the job as his social media manager is that he showed him a hoop mixtape that he threw together in like 30 minutes. And he was like, oh, wow. He even tells him, only thing you got to do is just get clips and music. He even tells him, and he's like, yo, you the guy, you the guy, you the guy. Nigga, I've been making mixes since I've been in like 4th grade. Could I have been a social media manager too? I don't think y'all really feel me on this though. Buddy edited a hoop mixtape on an iPad. And showed it to this man who's supposed to be a young man. He's tech savvy and everything. He's supposed to be in the league in a few years. And he thought he found the next Casey Neistat because this nigga made him a hoop mixtape. That's not even all of the things I find annoying about AI. Not only is he a crybaby all throughout the prelude, he just cries and cries every time he don't get his way. It's somebody else's fault and cries and cries. He also has the biggest man crush that I've ever seen ever on Corey Harris, which is why he's chasing after his approval and why he mentions it so much throughout the story. He just loves Corey Harris. And the issue with this is that AI doesn't know how to handle this man crush. That's why you see him raging throughout the story. Every time he meets Corey Harris, something y'all see every time they meet is some kind of argument that breaks out. And it's on AI because he in love or something. I don't know. But there you have it. Those are my top 5 annoying characters from NBA 2K19. Let me know down below in the comments. Who are y'all's? Let me know what y'all think. I want to see how accurate my list is with you guys. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. And as always, I'm D Brown Shinhan, and I'm up out of here.